So TGS 2015 is underway this week, which is the Tokyo Game Show, which is a show about games in Tokyo, if you didn't get it from the title. So the Sony press conference is now over. We're getting some pretty interesting announcements over the course of the full conference. One of the big ones, for me personally, is that they've finally given us a little bit more information about Project Morpheus. It's not called Project Morpheus anymore though, it's now called PlayStation VR. The VR thing is starting to happen. We've got a huge war with them together with Oculus to see which VR headset is going to come out #1 in 2016. Now with regards to that, one thing I've got to say is that these companies are really starting to drag the feet now with regards to announcements of VR, which is supposedly going to be the future of video games, but also social interaction as well. I kind of like the name PlayStation VR. Morpheus didn't seem to fit with the whole Sony PlayStation thing. If you go back in time though, you know, it now starts to fit in with the whole PS type of name. So you've got PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. I could go on, but you kind of get where I'm going. PSVR is going to be, yeah, it sounds good, it's got a ring to it. I reckon that could be pretty good in terms of marketing if you can label it as the PSVR. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Going to the negative side of it though is that even though we've heard a lot about how good the VR is, as a consumer, as in me and all of you, we still haven't tried it yet. Which is a big problem. And you know, fair play to them, it's quite hard to market virtual reality when there's millions of people who really can't get their hands on it. We've seen demos and everything like that, but every time you see a demo it looks weird and it looks funny, and we don't get that essence of virtual reality by just watching it on your TV. What I was thinking would be an essential part now would be to have demos distributed globally. Now I would love to go into a store in the high street and be able to just try it for 5 or 10 minutes, just to get an idea, just get a tease of what VR is all about. At the minute, no one really knows what to expect from VR apart from what we've heard, so I think it would be pretty cool that we finally get some sort of demonstrations, some displays out there to all the video game stores. But not only that, but the big supermarket chains as well could really benefit from that, considering hardware sales in supermarkets has had a huge boom the last few years. It'd be great for them to get some good promotion in all the big name supermarkets, so then it's getting its name out there for everyone. So we know that there are a few developers that are on board already, but I think to try and sell the product a little bit more, we need to get some really big developers on board. A lot of first party developers for Sony would be ideal, you know, Sucker Punch, Naughty Dog, other places like that. To get them on board and to know that they are putting their time and their money into developing some fantastic content for PlayStation VR is a big selling point for everyone who owns a PlayStation 4. The other thing I've got to say as well is that it needs a hook. They need a good install base on day one. Day one it's all about the day one, and I think what they need to do is they need to have an IP, a particular product, to coincide with the PlayStation VR that is going to get people in and sink people into the whole virtual reality experience. If Sony can get a deal on where you can get a good developer that can make something phenomenal that hooks as many people as possible, whether that's adults, children, teenagers, then they're gonna do pretty well. But the big question, and I think the question that everyone is asking at the minute, is how much will this thing cost? How much will it cost? Consoles are around about, in the UK, around about £300. You can get bundles for £300 to £400 depending on what it is that you're after. If you're going to bring out PlayStation VR for even half that price, you're talking £150 to £200. I don't know how that's going to help in terms of the sales. I don't know if anyone will be prepared to pay for VR at half the value of their console. It seems like it's too much, and without that hook, like I mentioned before, who's going to be willing to spend that much money? On the other hand though, this is a new thing for everyone, and I know that millions and millions of pounds or dollars would be put towards developing these products, and they're going to need to try and make the money back, because at the end of the day, Sony is a business like everyone else. So they're going to have to really get a good balance in terms of how much this is going to cost, where it's going to be consumer friendly but also make them a little bit of profit at the same time. We need an announcement on value, and we need an announcement on how much this thing is going to cost on day one, and we need it quick. Now we do have Sony doing a conference in Paris pretty soon, and they just might announce a cost then. It's not far now until that game is meant to be coming out. It's meant to be coming out the second or third quarter of 2016. So we've got a year essentially before it does come out. We need to start finding out how much this thing's going to cost, because some people need to save up money. So let me know what you guys think about Project Morpheus, or the newly named PlayStation VR. What do you think of the title? What are your general feelings towards virtual reality and how it should be marketed for the consumers like us? And how much will this thing cost? Because I'm telling you right now, this looks phenomenal. This could be the future of video games as far as I'm concerned, but am I going to pay the price tag that comes with it? Let's find out.